Hi, I'm Dr. Hei-ock with the Kim Center for Social Balance, introducing you to the LEAPS Sexual Harassment Prevention Toolkit for Employers. Why use the LEAPS toolkit? LEAPS works because it uses systematic data collection to drive targeted strategies that generate measurable change over time. This in turn empowers you to tangibly transform the heart of your workplace. And it is one of the few resources that allows you to tailor your approach with tools that fit your needs. The toolkit's various sections give you key materials such as how employers benefit by preventing sexual harassment, legal requirements, and templates and strategies to get you started right away. This toolkit is a call to action. Together, let's disrupt a relentless cycle and build ecosystems that encourage workers of all backgrounds to thrive.
Hi, this is Jessie from our Beretta Group. We know that workplaces may feel hesitant to risk uncovering difficult issues, but doing this allows you to be proactive in addressing those issues. You can't make effective decisions without having the data. The first step to preventing harassment in the workplace is assessing the extent and/or the risk of harassment currently in the work environment. You can do a self-assessment with tools provided in the toolkit, or you can hire outside experts. Whichever you choose, the assessment should be adapted to your specific business and work environment. The assessment may include any of these, or ideally all of the following: a climate check that assesses the workplace environment and practices that may lead to higher risk for sexual harassment, such as employees working in isolation, working alone with clients or contractors, or having night shifts. A data review of current policies, trainings, past reports of sexual harassment, and how those were handled, and information from employees, ideally through a confidential survey that asks about their knowledge of company policy, whether they know how to make a report and who to make it to, and their experience of sexual harassment or witnessing sexual harassment, and their perceived level of safety in the workplace. Now that you have the data, you'll need to interpret it and report on it. This doesn't have to be fancy or a high-level data analysis. You just need to get everything you've learned in one place so that you know where your workplace stands and you can take action to make improvements where you need them. Once you have all the responses, you can look for trends that allow you to identify and prioritize problem areas. And then be transparent and report the results that you learned, along with an improvement plan. After identifying the issues, make an action plan to prioritize the most urgent ones and/or those your organization has the capacity to address quickly. This is best done by a group of employees who might be a mix of staff and supervisors or from different areas within your organization. Your action plan should include a long-term vision for addressing and preventing sexual harassment and discrimination, clear and achievable goals based on the needs identified in the assessment, clearly defined roles for who will do what to achieve those goals, and accountability measures that show whether or not you're achieving the goals that were set.
I'm Michelle Mullen with Girl Scouts San Diego. After engaging in data-driven planning and your action plan is finalized, the next and most important step is implementation and monitoring. To do that, create an implementation plan that identifies the who, what, when, where, and how you will reach your goals. Involve employees in developing that implementation plan so they too can understand the action plan goals. If you are in a unionized workplace, communicate with union leaders for commitment to those goals as well. In the implementation plan, be sure that you're including a communication strategy to ensure that staff are involved in the action and implementation planning, are well informed, and know the progress toward the goals. Over the course of implementation, you'll want to do ongoing assessment against the baseline to measure progress in areas like compliance, reduction in harassment claims, and cultural shift. We suggest doing this annually across the organization. You should recognize that it's possible that reported incidents of sexual harassment might actually go up as you begin to build trust and action around complaints, and this could be an indicator of employees feeling secure about reporting. Think about it through the lens of a continuous improvement cycle. Use that continuous improvement cycle to measure and document your progress and to move forward with new goals and strategies as the organization evolves in this area. So assess or reassess, set goals, implement, and measure, and then do it all over again. We cannot underscore enough how important it is to be systematic and intentional when implementing the action plan, including communication. We all know that a roadmap without good execution does not shift culture and will ultimately be a waste of valuable time.